Premier, how's it? No, good to see you.
How are you doing?
No, well, thank you. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You
my colleagues, yeah.
You travel farmers.
Yeah, we do, you do.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm with Carte Blanche now.
Yeah.
Anyway, yesterday we were doing a story about the sewage in the street.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know about Clef there. He had the sewage running across the street.
Where is it?
Right here, right, I mean, right here. They put the sign on the boom. It said Stroonstraat. They've got the big problem with the main line. Yesterday they were also unblocking here. I mean, I'm asking you as a resident.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah. And proper context is very important.
Of that sewage?
No. Yeah, proper context is very important. the bulk sewer infrastructure here, bulk, was put up here in 1947 for 16,000 households.
Yeah.
From 1994 to that project, RTP program of connecting previously disadvantaged
Yeah.
to have clean running water in their households and decent sanitation. As I'm talking to you now, we've got about 72,000 households in Kimberley
Yeah.
that are connected to the same sewer line. 72,000.
Yeah.
You've got a bulk sewer network which is meant for 16,000 households, and today you've got 72,000 households connected to the sewer line.
Because of that, we actually went across the
Yes.
town and we saw the problems with there's a
Yes.
massive sewage problem in Kimberley.
Yes, there is. There is like in any other metro. You go to any other metro that undertook a massive program of connecting to the main sewer system, previously disadvantaged. There's no metro, you give me the name of a metro.
No, sure,
Yes,
you
that's
may
the
be right,
problem.
but
Yes,
but our focus is
but
Kimberley.
I'm saying the context is very important. You should not put it as Kimberley, as if it's something peculiar in Kimberley. It's a problem which is confronted by all metros that undertook a massive, on a large scale, program of connecting previously disadvantaged households. Now the question is, you've got a bulk sewer network, which is meant for 16,000 households, that carries 72,000 households. The question is, what are we doing about that? That's the most important question. Even with your water network here, was meant for 18,000 households. And currently, it's carrying 78,000 households. So then the question is, what are we doing about it?
No, you're right, Premier.
Yes.
Both of the wastewater treatment plants are not working. There is the number of people that rely on the wastewater treatment plants and what they were meant for is hugely imbalanced. But the other thing is
not hugely imbalanced, it's hugely increased.
Has usually increased.
Yes,
there's an over reliance,
Yes.
which is not supposed to be there.
And what caused the huge increase is also taking clean and running water.
It's too
Having previously disadvantaged households steps on their earth.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
There's two things. The two things is that the
Let's
sewage.
start by appreciating that.
No, you agree. I'm agreeing
And we
with
ask
you.
ourselves, what problems did that cause?
That the sewage
the
runs
problem-
almost like a river into the sewage pans,
No.
but then there was the 30 million rand spent on upgrading the road, lifting it 2 meters so that the
Yes.
sewer can run underneath it.
Yes.
30 million rand for a kilometer of road and upgrade. Surely that's too much. And councillors argue that money should have been put into the wastewater treatment plants. So there's the question of whether or not the money is being properly allocated to deal with the over-reliance on the undercapacitated sewer network. That seems like an obvious misstep.
I don't know whether you've engaged with the municipality.
Oh.
I don't know whether you had an opportunity to engage with the municipality to give you a report of what kind of work. should this come to me?
Well, if you'd like, yeah, that'll be
Let's
fine.
put it. Let's
Thanks.
put it. Let's
Well,
put it.
okay,
We know what we are doing.
I know that I've come here as a resident. Let me
Yeah.
just be fair. So the main reason I came here,
Yeah.
right? So we've got the sewer running across the road there.
Yeah.
Premier, the residents say you drive that way. You don't drive across the sewer.
No, they are talking nonsense because
seen it.
because anybody can tell you. These guys can tell you. I round down here every day.
And you see that.
That's absolute rubbish.
But you see that thing. That thing
Yes,
has been
but-
running for 5 years.
No,
Premier.
no. But there's work that took place to fix that thing.
That
There
guy
is-
installed his own
that-
line
there.
there.
There is work that took place to fix that thing. It's just unfortunate that you chose to engage me instead of engaging the municipality. who's
No,
responsible
we
for
will.
that.
The only reason we came here as a resident.
Yes, what is important for you to do is to engage the municipality so that they can tell you exactly what kind of work that they are doing. This municipality got 2.5 billion rand, and they are hard at work now to improve the bulk sewer network and the bulk water network. That's what they are currently doing. There was a plant shut down for 4 days here. I'm sure you know about that.
Yes, I do.
To improve the bulk infrastructure. So you can't come and raise a problem as if nothing is happening and you don't even go to inquire from the municipality.
No,
what kind of work are you doing?
No, we will, Premier. The reason you came here is not
You
to.
try to build a narrative.
No, the reason
And
we came
which
here is to
very
speak to you
skewed, which
as
is
a
very-
resident of the
which is very
street.
skewed and very unfair. What I'm saying, even before you engage me as a resident, the municipality is responsible for this work. You go first and engage them. What are you doing? This is a problem, this is a problem. What are you doing about it? And then the municipality gives you a report. Let me tell you, if you go there, they will give you a report that they've got 2.5 billion rand from National Treasury. And if you go around and look at the system, both sewer and water network, there's improvement that is taking place.
No.
We speak here of a network that was put in the 1940s, and all of it is asbestos. Now they have to replace an old gasket that was put in the 1950s.
But the very same municipality says that
Yeah.
they don't have money to complete the connection of the line to that pump station down the road,
Yeah.
which has got 150 meters of pipe that has already been laid. And because of it, the sewer runs into the veld here. So this municipality does have financial problems, but I don't think it's fair to expect you
Yeah.
to answer that. We came here just because you live in the street,
Yeah.
and we figured people are saying the Premier lives in the street. Let's give the Premier an opportunity as a resident of the street who experiences this. And I appreciate you responding on the sewer running across the road. And I do appreciate you taking the time to speak to us, which you always do make available.
And you must also acknowledge the fact that the problem and the pressure on the bulk infrastructure here is because of the pressure, because of the pressure which is caused by increased use and access by the previously disadvantaged.
And that pressure exists across the province.
That becomes all over the country. Any metro that cared to connect the previously disadvantaged to services which were purely reserved for the whites, it's sitting with that problem. And you must give me one example of a metro that is not sitting with that problem.
No, that's true. And across the province, you have that
the
problem.
bulk network here was meant for 16,000 white households. Now it's carrying 72,000 households, which is blacks and coloreds, who have access to a flushing toilet and who've got taps in their yards and in their households.
Maybe not electricity because of the
The
big
same
problem we have in the country.
goes for electricity.
Well, many of them
1994
don't.
1994, 32 households in South Africa were connected to the grid. Today,
Yeah.
today, 95% of households are connected to the grid.
So what about the criticism that in 30 years you should have upgraded by now?
I'm sure if you're old enough, you would know. 1994, 1995, 1996, there was a program by Nelson Mandela, connection of 1 million households per annum to the grid. And
yet-
that happened. And there,
But there's so many that are still without electricity.
Yes.
And in
no,
30
I don't know which stats are you using.
No, I'm talking about the
Census-
unreliability of
Census-
electricity
census-
supply,
census
which is
2000,
increasing.
Census 2022 says more than 90% of households in this country are connected to the grid. 1996 census, 32% of households.
Connected to the grid and
Yes.
receiving electricity is not the same thing, because we both know
I agree.
that the people are not reliably getting electricity. And you say that the sewer network was meant for 16,000 people.
Yes.
In 30 years,
72,000.
in 30 years, should you have upgraded that by now?
There's work that took place to upgrade it. That was not enough. That is the reason why you see with hydraulic overflows.
But how much longer do you need?
No. You can even need 500 years. But what I'm telling you now, you can even need that. But what I'm telling now, the reason that we are sitting with hydraulic overflows here, which is due to the pressure in the system, is simply because of the access of the previously disadvantaged. We are sitting with problems in universities now. And do you know the reason why? 1994, you only had 130,000 students at universities. We are sitting with 1.2 million now, previously disadvantaged, having access.
I can understand the
over-dependence.
over-dependence.
That comes with its own challenge.
I can understand the over-dependence on the sewer system in places like Galashewe, but this is Hillcrest.
Yeah.
Here, it should have been maintained so that it works. Even in this area, which has a sewer system which is enough for the community, it doesn't work.
Then I've got a fundamental problem with your thinking. That these hydraulic overflows and these sewer spillages should only be in Galeshewe, not in Hillcrest.
No, because
That's
of the
problem.
over-dependence. Because of,
That's
I mean that
problem.
the
those are politics of whiteness, because this place is white.
No,
you can't
I'm
be a
saying
vic-
that,
you
I'm saying
can't
that
be a
the
victim of that.
capacity of the sewer system here should be enough for these houses.
No, you can't come with that argument. It's
Fair
flawed.
enough, Premier.
It's seriously flawed. Don't say people in Galeshewe deserve hydraulic overflows and sewer
No,
spillages.
I'm saying
No,
there's
that's what you're
there's
saying.
not
That's
a
what you're
big enough
suggesting.
sewer network in Galashewe
No, that's
because
what
it
you're
wasn't
suggesting.
built there. But here it has already been built.
It's connected to this one. It's exactly connected to this one. But
We
now
were
you
there
create an
in
impression
Galashewe.
that people who deserve the spillage.
No, we were there in Galashewe. We can see the
If
sewer
there's no-
is running on the road because
Yes.
there's not a big enough network there.
Yeah, even here, because,
not enough big enough
of the
network.
initial system that was constructed here.
So there's even not enough a big enough network here.
That is the reason why there's work that is taking place to increase the capacity of the bulk sewer network.
I do think it's unfair to expect you to answer on all of these
Yes.
things because you're a resident here. Yeah, I mean, like,
Do
do you?
about the billion rand housing project? Where are they in that?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, we came here because you're a resident, and you're engaging us as the premier. I know that you always take your time to engage.
Yeah.
I just want to say this, for the sake of clarity. I don't want you to see it on Carte
Yeah.
Blanche now. We went to Oma Nelly's house in Roodepan. You had engaged there with the billion rand housing project. She's nervous that the government won't keep its promise to give them housing. There's a billion rand housing project which you launched about 2-3 months ago, correct?
Yeah.
Are you going to keep your promise to give those people houses?
I don't know what kind of a question is that.
No, just because I don't want
Because-
her to be on TV saying that you won't do it.
I don't know what kind of a question is that. Because there is money that has been available for the 1 billion rand housing project, and we are going to build about 5,000 units. And work is taking place. Town and urban plans are being finalized, contractors are getting appointed, and very soon, and particularly at the spot where we launch the project, a contractor will be on site there to start with the construction of the houses. And we are building decent units, 235,000 one unit. That's the current houses that we are going to build.
There is a great deal of expectation.
Yeah, definitely.
Just among that family.
Definitely, right across the province.
Yes.
We've got 18 months for that project. 18 months for that project. I'm certain if you know about the funding of the project, that we got 600 million rand from the Development Bank of South Africa, and 400 million rand is coming from the provincial fiscus.
When are you going to start building this, sir?
The what?
When are you going to start building in that project?
I'm certain,
in the Roodepan?
I'm certain by the end of this month, a contractor will be putting up sites there.
Does
Because-
he remember Nelly? Because he was there.
Do you remember?
Personally.
It's the mama she's got a family there with the...
15,000 people there.
No, just opposite where the tents were, there's this one family that have never removed their shacks there.
Yeah.
They built a makeshift house.
Yeah.
We went there because she's a good idea of someone who's holding on to the promise of a better life. And she says that you guys were there, engaged with them,
Yeah.
and said, like, we will deal with this.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have remembered her. Mama Nelly with 14 people in the house. They've
Yeah,
got water there, they don't have electricity though. Do you remember that
There's a
interaction?
team that went there. I never went there. And I can remember the minister went there as well.
Thank you, Premier. I mean, we came
So-
here
so-
as a, I
so-
swear to
so-
you, we came here because you're a resident.
So put the
but
right narrative.
go ahead one more time.
Thousands
One more
thousands
time.
of households have been connected here. That's the reason why we've got increased numbers of previously disadvantaged with access to flushing toilets. Something that would have never happened.
My last point,
One
the,
They've
re-
got
the-
access to running water in their yards.
the one thing I want to say, you know the people here complain about the smell.
Yeah.
Do you smell it?
Sometimes I do get it. Sometimes
then?
I do get it.
You irritated when you smell
So
it?
balanced narrative.
When you smell it?
These are challenges that comes with development at a large scale.
Yeah, I mean, Northern Cape has got one of the highest unemployment rates in the country as well.
No,
so you
that
do-
is wrong.
One of the.
That is, that is wrong. We've got the second lowest official unemployment in the country.
The expanded
It's
unemployment rate?
yes, we talk about official unemployment. We are standing at 26.3%, and the Western Cape is standing at 21%. Second lowest. But even if you talk about unemployment, you should ask what is it that we did around unemployment. With the second quarter of 2020, end of June 2020, here in the province, there were 255,000 people that were employed. Today, as you woke up standing here in the street,
Yeah.
there's 329,000 people that went to work. So
Premier-
everything has got a context.
It does. Let me just put it through the,
all right.
the backside there. Thank you for speaking to
All
us.
right. No, thank you very
I
much.
hope they sort out the
All
sewage
right,
as well.
guys.
Thank you, Premier. Thank you.